just where he was needed. Clean and black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody's losing. Faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice.
Thanks. I know my mic is on, guys.
Nobody's losing.
Hopefully you can't hear my thoughts right now. But am I thinking this or am I saying this? All right, it's game time. Let's do this.
When we finally sober,
Hello, everybody. Oh, let's update something here. I got that wrong. Oh, no. I'm Lynn Clementi Hicks. Thanks for joining me. It's Monday for our weekly update. Let's fix this, though. I am 9 weeks pregnant today. There we go. Fixed. I got to make a little checklist of the things to update before I go live. Yeah, didn't get that. You see and hear everything? Oh boy. I hope there's not another camera that you guys are watching that I'm not aware of. That would be weird. That would be a big problem. Just occasional clicking. Okay, thanks, Austin. You got rid of my fears there. I'm like, wait, what were they seeing? Yeah, I am going to. I keep saying I'm going to do this. Like, there's an app out there that you can install that will get rid of like all the background music, or not music, noise and stuff like that. So even if I were to like clap like this, you wouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the congratulations. Yeah. Can you believe that we've known this now for 4 weeks? Like, it feels like, aw, thank you. Great news. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know, you guys, you might be new viewers. I don't recognize your names, but thank you for, saying hi and coming here. Yeah, it's still, it's still new and hard to believe that this happened. I'm going to talk today about some things I are going to be a little tough. We had it, but I'm going to start with some news and update here for you. It's nine weeks today, and I graduated onto my regular OB. Saw her this afternoon for our very first prenatal appointment. Bert got to come as well. He mostly just sat there the whole time. Raise your hand, guys, if you've ever been in the room while a woman's been getting a pap smear. Nope, I don't see anyone raising their hands. Okay, well, Bert might be the only one. So that was interesting. I think that was kind of a special moment there. We asked a lot of questions today. The doctor was absolutely wonderful and very patient with us. She talked me through, the basics, what I should be eating and the, medications and stuff like that. And everything seems to be good. All my vitals are good blood pressure, good, what else do they do? Weight and all that. Everything's on track. So we're doing good. So at my OB's office, obstetrician's office, they don't have an ultrasound like wand and everything like the IVF clinic did. So what she does have is this little like handheld ultrasound device, which I've never seen before. I didn't even know it existed. Technology. And she put the jelly on my belly and and scanned around and stuff, and on this little, it looked like an old school Palm Pilot or something. She had a little screen and was able to like look around, and we definitely found the uterus. But I guess the way it's tilted and the little handheld ultrasound is not as strong as like the wand one that I'm used to. We actually didn't get to see our little baby today. We kind of maybe saw a glimpse of it, but there's like no printouts or anything to share. And because of the way it's angled, and if you can't even see it, then you can't even hear the heartbeat or see the heartbeat. So I was really hoping that I'd be able to have that kind of like peace of mind that everything is still going well, but no signs that anything's going wrong, but I don't have like that solid like, oh yep, there's the heartbeat still going. So I don't know. I'm feeling fine, but I'm not feeling like on top of the world, with all this. Yeah. So, Marcus, are you saying what's a pap smear? Well, women need to usually annually get a exam where they basically go in and do kind of like a little culture of the inside of usually it's around the cervix. And then they kind of, they test it and basically, make sure that there's no abnormal things going on down there. So that's usually part of our annual exam. Yep, little baby's hiding from us. So, hello down there, where are you? Can you come out, please? So, I don't know. Soon enough, I'll be looking back on these days going, why were you so eager? Here it is. It's obviously there. Yeah. And that's what I'm here for, Marcus, to teach you guys these things, keep us all connected. Why must men and women be so divided? I think every man should be in an office for a pap smear someday. I don't really believe that. Let's talk about another part of this appointment. Anyone watching out there that has gone through pregnancy and has had a prenatal, first prenatal exam, did you take all right, hold on. Let me see if I get this right. Perinatal depression screening questionnaire. Did you have to fill that out? I'm pretty sure that this is standard practice. Just bringing it up. Curious if anyone else has done this one. I think mom is watching. Let's see here. Hello, Mom. Mom, I'm curious. Did they do this for you guys where they ask you a bunch of questions about your mental health and like, if you've been happy or noticed any mood changes, if you've thought about harming yourself or anything like that. I'm curious if anyone else has had to go through this. I was actually like, they told me last week on the phone interview, part of all this, that they would be giving me this questionnaire. And so I looked it up and I was trying to figure out, what do they do with the results? Because in my mind, I was like, they're definitely going to flag me as someone who has depression or anxiety or something like that. This is just something I've been living with for a very long time. And unless I lie, I think they're going to be able to see it. And I was trying to be like, are they going to take my baby away from me? Are they going to say that I'm an unfit mother because I'm depressed? That's what was going on in my mind today. I was a little bit like paranoid. I'm like, should I lie on this just so I can keep my baby? So here's what I did. And this is, I like to encourage, the support groups and stuff. Went on to a Facebook support group for mothers expecting in March of 2022. And I basically explained, my question, and I got immediate response from at least 5 different people being, just be honest. They're doing it so they can take care of you. They're not going to take your baby away. Thinking back on it, I'm like, it's a silly question. Like, why would they take my baby away over something like that? But I got so much reassurance just from those like 5 people responding right away going, this is everything, it's so normal to have these feelings and stuff, and they just want to take care of you. So Kelly is saying it is normal, and they continue to do it postpartum too. And that is what I learned, is that it's actually, if you're experiencing these symptoms now, it's usually an indicator for postpartum depression, which I don't know why, guys. I've been seeing a therapist for 10 years. I take mental health so seriously, and I know how to recognize these patterns that I have to be careful about. But for some reason, I'm like, oh, postpartum depression's not going to happen to me. I'm trying so hard for this baby. There's no way I'm going to be sad when the baby comes. But now, going through how I've been the past few days, I get it. I am so excited to be pregnant, but I am so sad, and I can't do anything about it. And it's really tough. And it makes me just want to just shut down. I was considering not showing up here for the live stream today, just because I just didn't feel like talking. Didn't want to talk about it. Didn't want to open up about this. But I luckily have the support group of the live streaming community, and many, story over story about how important it is to show up. And these are the moments that we need to talk about, and, to be there for your audience. Yeah, thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. Let those emotions flow. And that's interesting. Mom is saying, no, I don't remember this at all. So on the form that I was filling out, I did notice that it was dated as 1987. I don't know if that's the exact same form they've been using then, or I don't know what, but it was it had a little copyright on there. So I don't know. I don't know if it was kind of a newer thing, maybe 30 years ago, when they were like, hey, maybe we should keep an eye on these women. Yeah, and we've had guests on the live stream earlier, back when I used to have guests on here. And Stephanie had opened up big time about her anxiety. She had never had depression or anxiety all her life until postpartum. And how big of a shock would that be, to be like, whoa, I didn't know I had the capability within me to have these feelings. So, yeah, it's, this is something I think that I'm mentally tough, and go to therapy and have the, all the tools, to get through this. And then I have days like yesterday, I'm like, there's no way I can do this. Now I'm feeling better, it goes up and down, and it's crazy. This is thank you. PPD is so real. Becoming a parent is such an overwhelming experience, and there's no amount of preparation you can do for it. It's just part of it. Yeah. I think that's such an understatement. I mean, I watch my sister-in-laws. I got to see my family over the weekend, and they both have 2 boys, different ages, and it's incredible to watch them mother. It's overwhelming to have these other 2 lives you're responsible for, plus take care of yourself, and then be in a relationship with a partner to manage all of that. It's incredible. And I'm like, I don't know, you can't do anything to prepare for it. You just have to do it. You just have to go into it. Yeah. Yeah. Mom's saying maybe it's just her doctors that didn't do it. Yeah, who knows? I have this. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for saying that I'm loved. I love you guys too. And we are all loved because we have this support. That's what I'm going to chat about a little bit today, is how am I building up my support system. This is an exercise that I need to do, and maybe without you guys holding me accountable, I wouldn't do it. So let's do this. So showing up, you guys are holding me accountable for talking about this, and maybe digging a little deeper than I would on my own. So thank you. There's support system number 1. Now I know you guys probably don't have a live stream where you're doing that, and that's okay. Some people blog, some people do, Instagram stories and, share those things. Some people set up a separate page or account just for doing that. It's kind of like a living journal, and that's kind of how I think of this too, is it is kind of recording my journey as I go through it. Especially the emotions. I think each Monday I show up just a little bit different. The other thing I'm doing, I've got this Facebook support group that I told you about, which is really, there were a few posts on there. I'm like, is this a good group? And I got a little nervous, and then it seemed to kind of self-correct, and now it seems extremely supportive. I'm very happy to have it there and be there for other women and have women there for me too. If you're going through IVF or IUI or infertility in general, and if you would like to be part of a support group where you're actually led by a professional counselor, reach out to me. My very good friend Lauren is putting together another group, and I would love to send you her way. She accepts insurance, I think almost all insurances, so that's good too. I met an incredible group of women, and I think it was over, I want to say 8 weeks or 10 weeks. I'm sorry, I can't remember how long the group lasted. But it was structured where we met once a week via Zoom. She had a topic planned out for us and kind of like a way that we would work through an exercise. And then I think the most incredible part that came out of it is we saw each other's vulnerability and, you know, how scared we were about certain things, but then we were there to lift each other up. We actually formed our own little chat that we just keep up all the time. Like, I was chatting with them after my appointment today because they were like, Lynn, how was it? Because we remember each other's dates, you know, of like these little things. It's like no one else is going to remember all these little appointments. But that support group will be there for you, and it feels really good to cheer other people on too. So I really recommend, if you aren't part of a support group for like some, you know, a small one where you can really just have, it's not huge, like keep it like less than 7 people. And then that way you can keep up with the other people in the group and like really be listening, and then they're really there for you too. And like I said, if you're going through your infertility journey and you want to be connected with someone to find those people, reach out to me. I will get you to Lauren. Okay. I don't know why I had to repeat that. I don't know. I'm just emphasizing it. It's awesome. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. I actually have someone in a local moms group who was looking for a support group. Send me the details. I will, Kelly. Well, you know Lauren. You know Lauren Fallon. You can reach out to her, and she will walk you through everything. Yeah. Another thing, what else am I doing? I put it on my goals list for August to try and journal more, to record my feelings, the ups and downs, even if it's just a sentence every day. I have no idea why it's so hard for me to do this. There is room in my phone to do it with the pregnancy apps. There is room. I have a 1 line a day journal that I don't use. I mean, I've used it, but it is not like continuous. Like, why is it so hard? Just put it next to the bed. Write down your thoughts for a sentence, you know? I don't know. What is the struggle with that? It doesn't work for me. When I was starting to kind of feel myself sinking yesterday into this very kind of like shutdown mode where I didn't want to tell anyone that I was sad. That's how I personally know that it's getting bad. Usually I catch myself before that and just say, hey, I'm starting to feel blue. And then I've put it out there into the universe, and somehow I recognize it and work on it, or I say it to Bert and he helps. But I passed that point without saying anything to anybody. And I started sinking into this it felt like I wasn't going to be able to get out. And I knew I would, but it felt in the moment like I was stuck. And so we were on our way to okay, this is what helped. And I got very lucky, but okay. We waited almost 2 full years to see the Hella Mega Tour, which was at Wrigley Field last night. That's okay. I know I'm a little punk rock, little emo, whatever it is. That's Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy. It's like the 3 most awesome bands all playing together at Wrigley Field. And if you don't know my backstory, that's where Bert and I met. It was right outside Wrigley Field. That's where he proposed to me. Like, all these big things happened there. So we were on the way to the concert, which is something I've been looking forward to for 2 years. Because it got canceled last year because of COVID. Got rescheduled to this year. We bought these tickets in September of 2019. Okay. So I'm pumped about this concert, but I'm still like sad face, like not excited, like not finding the happiness that should be coming with that excitement. So I turned to Bert and I recognized that this was probably not a good sign. And I said, Bert, I think I'm in a bad place. And he said, okay. Well, it's good that you're recognizing it, and we'll keep an eye on it. And that's a good thing about Bert and the relationship that we have and how I work with him through these things. Now, Bert he doesn't experience these kinds of moments of depression and sadness like I do. And I hate calling them depression, because depression, it indicates that you're, suppressing your feelings. And I don't know. I feel just like I'm having feelings, but I don't know. Why do we have to put labels on it? I hate it. Anyway, Bert doesn't experience those kind of moments like I do. He does have moments where he gets sad, and we can talk about that later, but it's different. But because he's been a partner with me through all this, he knows he doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to react. It's not something that's like an emergency in the moment. And he's just there with me, and that's all I needed him to be. And I have that trust with him, that I can just tell him that, and it's not going to make him worried or upset, or bummed or anything like that. It's not going to change him, but he's aware of it then, and it feels better. So once I told him that, I felt a little bit better, and he said, do you know what it is that's triggering it? And I didn't know what it was. Something that happens to both Bert and I is when we have really exciting days, like big days, the next day sometimes, like pales in comparison and almost feels like sadness. Do you guys have that ever? Let me know if you've ever experienced that, where you have such a good big day and then it feels sad afterwards. I'd be curious to know if you guys have ever picked up on something like that in your own lives. So we talked about, just real quick, like, okay, what is it? We're obviously on our way to a big concert, and, this isn't something we want to talk about during a big concert. But we just put it out there to the universe. Don't know what it's from, whatever. But I'm okay. I'm going to have a good time tonight. And guys, I had a great time, and it did definitely take me out of that funk, and it kind of lifted me out. I'm not in the clear yet. I'm definitely feeling still something this morning and today, and it made it very, very hard to work, hard to focus, hard to be motivated, hard to be very usually at my job, I'm like blah, 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 going really, really fast and everything. And today I just was not in that zone, didn't give it my 100%. And I think it was all, I'm thinking about it, like they just say it's the hormones that are all changing and you can't control it and everything. So that's the most frustrating part, is like there's nothing I can point at that was like, yeah, this is what caused it, let's undo it. You can't just undo it. So yeah. Okay. So Mom's saying, a little down because our great family weekend is over. Yeah, for sure. Coming back from a big vacation where everything was super fun and you didn't have to think about work or responsibilities or chores or any of that stuff. Yeah, there's kind of like a post-vacation kind of depression that happens. Yeah. Punks also feel that way. I think this is honestly why I've gravitated towards punk and emo music, because the lyrics just are like, yeah, that's how I feel inside, and I just want to scream it. I turned to Bert during an emo show once, and I'm like, this is why I love emo. I can scream all my feelings. He thought I was crazy, but yeah, it happens, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, change the name. We don't need to call it depression. We'll just call it the blues, call it, moment of sadness. So, how am I pulling myself out of this? You have to do the really hard things that will get you back on track. I was eating like shit the past 4 days. I don't know. I know that my body is like, where are the veggies? Where are the good foods? Where are the nutrients that we need? Second thing is work out. I know that my body always feels a lot better. My mind feels a lot better when we work out. I work out. When I work out with Bert. We both feel better when we work out, even if it's just a nice long, stretch. So I have to get back in these things. And instead today I slept in because I got home real late from the concert last night. It's like, gotta find that balance again. But I can hear Bert. He's chopping up some veggies tonight, and I'm so thankful for that. So these are the things that I know that I need to do is kind of like force myself to do the things that I know will be better for me and that will help get me out of that funk. This is funny. I love punk and work at a Catholic school. This is weird. I don't know. Maybe, it's like, like the rebels, I don't know. It's not like it's a religious thing, but I get it, There was like, I don't know, there was that kind of like, plaid fad that was almost Catholic schoolgirl kind of like inspired, fashion trend of the punk scene many years ago. Sorry. So, guys, tell me if you don't mind, how do you pull yourself out of a funk? How do you, in healthy ways, honestly, if I wasn't pregnant, what would I be doing? I'd definitely pour myself a glass of wine and tell myself I was feeling better, that I was relaxing. And that is not something I have the option to do now. So I'm definitely leaning on these other things. Like, okay, I'm going to have instead a kombucha, which I have to be careful about. I realize there's very little bit of alcohol in there. Not like anything to actually worry about. Got to be careful. There could be caffeine in there, sugar in there, and that some of them are unpasteurized, so I got to be careful. But those, make me feel better because I'm feeding my gut, and then I feel like, okay, I'm doing something good for my body. Therefore, it's going to trickle up to my head, and kind of self-correct. Kelly is saying she does ice cream and booze. Ice cream. Okay. I have not had a sweet tooth until I got pregnant, and now, guys, all I want is cookies. And today I bought myself a Rice Krispie treat. I've never done that before. I hope all this whole sugar thing is not going to be long lasting. I don't know. I don't love eating all the sugar. I don't. But it tastes so good right now. Okay. So, I got super, super vulnerable with you today. We had a really nice family vacation. So shout out to, and Kelly, I'm glad that you're joining today. Kelly is my sister-in-law with my two nephews, and then Christy is Bert's sister with my two other nephews. Mom is saying, watching you with the nephews was amazing. You're going to be a great mom. I'm a great aunt. I don't know if I'll be a great mom, we'll say. The baby loves the cookies. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the baby. This is great here. Love this. Move. That's a big one. Go for a walk, right? Bert and I have been going for walks after dinner. That's a huge one. Instead of just laying there, if you're starting to feel sad, get up and take a walk. Love it. Drink water. Water's a huge one too. Listen to one relaxing song. Distract yourself. Touch the earth. I love that. Get barefoot and walk. Breathe and be grateful to be alive today. These are I should just print this out and just walk around with this, in my hands all the time. Just need to remind myself of these things. It's so true. I love that. One last thing, at night I have, sometimes the head is spinning. I've talked about this before, and I will bring it up again because I am a true believer in it now. Expectful is the app I've been using, but there's also Calm, which is not fertility related, but Expectful is, and it's great for fertility. They even have special ones for IVF, and I'm listening to the prenatal ones now, or the pregnancy ones now, and it is meditation, and it is also sleep stories that are specific around what you are working on, and I love it. And it's just put it on play and then fall asleep probably before the end of it even happens. Kelly, it is so far from being a mom-only zone. We're talking about eating cookies around here. Nope, we're talking about, honestly, just mental health and how we take care of ourselves when we start to feel ourselves sliding. Yeah. Marcus is saying, yep, Kelly, it's only for us moms. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, if you guys have these moments of sadness, these moments where you kind of just want to give up or whatever, just remember you are not alone. Think of me and how, I came on here and spilled it all to you, and not saying that you have to go out and spill it to everyone else, but just know that I'm right there with you sometimes, and it is something you are going to get through. I'm going to get through it. We're all going to get through it. We're going to have those happy days, and you got to just take both sides, right? The happy and the sad, and it's okay to be both at the same time too. All right, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go eat some veggies, go for a nice long walk. Next Monday, I will be back, give you guys a new update on how things are going. Where did I leave off? Okay, so my last thing I'll just say with the whole 9 weeks. I'm only 9 weeks, not 9 months. 9 weeks was today. Couldn't see the baby. Couldn't see the heartbeat either. I'm a little paranoid about this. I just want to see it because I don't want to wait 4 more weeks until my next prenatal appointment, that is what it is. You only go every 4 weeks for like the first trimester, or maybe two, and then you start to go every 2 weeks and then every week later on in the whole thing. I still get to go to my IVF clinic for up until 12 weeks. It's covered by insurance. So I think I'm going to call them and be like, hi, can you just do a little scan? Make sure that we still see that little heartbeat in there. Thanks. Okay, bye. My OB did order a ultrasound scan as well at the hospital, but I think I'm just going to go to my friends at the IVF clinic because I miss them. All right. That's what I'm going to do. I hopefully will have a happy update with a heartbeat next week for you. Yeah. I hope you guys have an awesome week. And thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit today, listening and cheering each other on, cheering me on, and showing that support. All right. I'm going to roll the credits. I will see you later. Love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.